Okay. Yes. Good morning. Good afternoon. Whatever you want to say. I am in a 2014 Nissan Maxima. Great car. I actually like this car. I can get in and out of it. If you haven't noticed by now, I probably should let you know. This is Adventures in. Adventures in cars, adventures in small cars, big cars, adventures in your mom, adventures in wrestling. Actually, I haven't done adventures in wrestling yet. I need to get a GoPro for that. Um, yeah, I'm in a dirty Nissan Maxima. Not because I made it dirty. When I say dirty, there's an empty coffee cup in it. That's not a big deal. I'm actually taking it to get cleaned right now. Um, I like it. It is great. It's a great car. The steering column's a little far out for me, just because I am fat, so I have a little gut on me that if it was any closer or I had to scoot up anymore, excuse me, I'd actually be steering with my belly button, which I've seen fat people do, including the ladies at Walmart in their little shopping carts. It does have a sunroof. It has a pretty nice dash. You have a nice little navigation system, even though our iPhones, our Androids, our Windows phones all have this wonderful thing called GPS. Google Maps, Copilot. Now with Android and Windows, they have their Here maps, which are phenomenal. I love everybody that uses it. Oh, excuse me. I love everything about it. I tell everybody to use them. Um, it's a onboard navigation so that you can use the as long as you have GPS signal, you can use a map, which is nice. I mean, it's going to give you, your directions where you want to go. Now, if you want to sign up or you want to look up for food in, let's say, Red Bluff, Montana, then, or Red Lodge, excuse me, it may not have all the food. Like as things change, it's not that updated if you don't have the signal. Now, if you have Verizon or something on your phone, yeah, more power to you. You're gonna have a signal. But for those of us that don't have Verizon, it's unfortunately, it'll still give us directions. So if we're like, oh, we have to go to the corner of Third and Main, then we can find Third and Main and get directions, which is a great thing. There's a nice big screen. Unfortunately, it is monochrome. It doesn't have that big GPS full color touchscreen that I've come to expect in a car. Um, because it is 2014, we should have laptops and iPads and touch things and everything else. So now the only touching that goes on in the car is me at the red lights. There's plenty of stuff on the steering wheel. I'm actually turning around here. Your basics on the steering wheel, so that way you can actually see everything. Um, Plenty of room. I like it because it's a boat without being a boat. It's kind of an ambi car minus going into water. I don't really have an analogy. Um, it's big enough to be a grandpa's car, but it's cool enough to be anyone's car. I wouldn't give this to a teenager because they deserve like a Volkswagen Bug, or perhaps like a 1985 Toyota Hilux. Now, if you can find a Hilux, buy it because those things last forever. And kids, it's what kids do. They ruin cars. I ruined my very first car, not by choice, only because I didn't know what was going on, and that's a whole nother jar to be opened. Now with this car, I like it. Um, I like the it's a dark charcoal color. It says black, but it's charcoal. I don't like when dealerships or companies take it upon themselves to rename the colors. Um, but other than that, I like the car. If you're looking for a mid-sized or a full-size vehicle, I would classify this as a full-size. Um, I would get it. I would definitely pick one up. You could probably find a used one. I know that places like Hertz, they do sell used cars. Now you're thinking, oh, I don't want to buy the used car. It was just run down. Well, they every year they blow it out. So chances are you could, in essence, find a car that is maybe I'd say half. I'd say not half, but I'd say about 3 or 4 grand cheaper than going to a car lot and buying a used one, and it only has like 5 grand more miles. I know for a fact they take care of their vehicles. They are sometimes driven hard, but if they're driven hard, they are fixed. They have lots and lots of cars that get fixed. I know this for a fact. Or regular tune-ups, oil changes. They get cleaned like no other. It's it's a good place. If they would have had a truck, I would have bought one. But chances are they didn't have my truck that I wanted. I know it's sad. On this car though, it seems very 2007 in here. It's like it still has a CD player. It has just an auxiliary in for the audio, which is cool. But I have an iPod. I want to plug it in. There is the dash is not digital. It still has the regular needles and everything. Just go drive one. The seats are comfortable. If you're a big guy, you'll have plenty of room. If you're a small person, you'll have plenty of room. Even if you don't need a car, go to the dealership, but find a dealership that actually is giving away stuff like a free gas card. They don't do it anymore. I miss the days when you could get a free toaster. Whatever you need, just go test drive one so that way you can tell someone to get one. Now, if you don't like Nissans because they're not American, I don't blame you. Um, but just keep an open mind if you ever need a car. Know someone that needs a car and they can, afford one that's not, um, used, beat up. Just get one and drive it till it dies. Um, Not saying it's going to die soon, but put that 300,000 miles on it.